somewhere?
I did.
Was it in Cimarron City?
No, I was out up here.
So did you get to meet Sean?
Yeah.
Twin Lake is where you live.
That's right. Wow, that car got torn up.
Must have hit a deer.
Yeah, that's the guy that passed me doing like 100 miles an hour and stayed in the left lane and never
Got back over.
got back over. I ran a car off the road and all different kinds of stuff. It was a bad situation. Most of these blackjacks are just brown.
There's
no real color anyway.
down along General Pershing Boulevard and down by the fairground, there's some real pretty red trees. I don't know what they are.
Yeah. There's some over there
Bright red.
east of Crescent on the way to Guthrie. Maple is what they are, or oak.
These look like maybe birch or something because they've got little leaves,
Yeah.
but they're bright red. Cottonwoods usually turn a pretty color.
Yeah, they generally turn bright yellow.
It's still a little bit early.
Huh? Yeah.
That house.
We should see some colors closer to the border. On the way up there, Corey and I went up by 35 the other day.
Turning the leaves here.
Sycamore trees are pretty too.
You know, they are pretty, but they leave them stinking sticky balls.
Yeah.
And your mowing is like projectile. I had two big sycamores in front of my house and you fall.
Yeah.
Plus, the roots grow on top of the ground, which is not good either. And then they twerk that sidewalk like a good wave.
That's what my message
Well,
is
they
going
got
to
a
be.
Godfather's Pizza there. And a Subway.
Mm-hmm. It takes a little bit for people to join in on the live stream. They get the notification.
It's a nice house.
Yeah. They got some nice ones here in town.
It's just so far, though, to drive from the city.
You were gonna drive from Chandler. So that's not true.
But I do like the old houses.
I got some old ones
That
here.
wraparound porch like that one over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like. Man, we lived on that front porch in Eufaula. Even in the summer, the weather, it was nice.
I wonder if my friend from Alva will join in.
Who?
Her name is Judy. She lives in Alva, and she always generally comes on and talks to me when I go live. She may be working, or she may be relaxing.
They got a garden center, and
They do.
They have a Dollar General.
Yeah, there's the old church. Now they have it as a museum.
You know, in Romania, they went and got all the old churches out the countryside, brought them and made a museum out of them.
Really?
Because, you know, they did away with religion. It was
A lot of the trees over here, the leaves are already falling off of.
these wind farms. They make the landowner good money,
Yeah?
but Oklahoma doesn't send you the electric. It's all sold out of the state, and it sure messes up the landscape.
Yeah. That one generator just barely turned. All of them are.
See that one over there's turning faster.
Yeah. Got the blades feathered on that one. It must be working on it.
You ever seen one of them things catch on fire?
Yep. Seem to be hit by tornadoes too. Why did my updated location not update? It is now though. Brown. All brown. Interesting. Somebody liked the stream.
Usually the sumac's pretty this time of year.
Yeah.
Burgundy.
Man, we're not connected to Verizon for some reason. Probably because we don't have Verizon service over here. That's why.
You don't have Verizon service.
Nope. Which is really weird because they now share antennas with, or they bought the antennas or the towers from Pioneer. And this whole area, now there it goes. This whole area right through here should be Pioneer area. It's not a bad drive up here. Doesn't take very long at all. Campus. How's it going? It's not very pretty, I'll say that. It's all brown for the most part. Hopefully we'll get up in here in a little bit and get into some colors. Maybe through some of these towns that we'll be driving through. A little bit of gold right there, but not much. Blackjack trees and stuff like that just are that rusty brown. Some of the trees, I don't know what type they are, but some of them's lost their color already completely. And the leaves have fallen off. I think the elm trees are the ones that are the gold color right now. Some of them, anyhow. What color is pecan tree leaves whenever they change? What color are pecan trees?
They usually turn yellow.
Do they turn yellow?
You going up to Lamont and then over?
Huh?
You going to Lamont and then over?
Yeah. If that's the way you want to go, or we can go up here to 412 and then go over and catch the interstate, or
It doesn't matter. If you want to take pictures of trees, probably Lamont. Down around the river, Saltport.
yeah. For the most part. We was over by Call Lake the other day, and the colors was not very good.
By where?
Over by Call Lake. We went by Call City on the north end of the lake. And there was some, but not like I had expected. But there's not very many different tree types there either. That's the other thing.
Yeah, there's not a lot of trees in northern Oklahoma once you get around water.
You go down in the
Look at all
south.
these are all still green.
Yeah.
It's just barely starting to turn.
You get down around Broken Bow though, and you got
That
those.
winter wheat's pretty and green now.
Huh? Oh yeah.
So that winter wheat's pretty and green.
This is Angie Debo Memorial Highway.
Angie Debo was.
Huh?
There's a picture of it at State Capitol.
Huh?
I don't remember what it said. There's a picture of it at State Capitol. I think she was the first female.
Clouds in the sky is real pretty today.
She was the author that wrote 13 books on Native American and Oklahoma history.
Very interesting.
That lady from Muskogee was the first female congressperson, I think.
I think that's cow peas that they got planted there. It's pretty, whatever it is.
Think what?
Cow peas. Both sides here. Yeah,
What's the
yeah.
difference between cowpea and chickpea?
I don't know. Maybe the same thing.
It's probably soybeans.
Now soybeans are already cut.
Garfield County.
There's got a bunch of them up by the base. And some of them aren't even ready to be cut yet. They're still kind of brown and orange leaves on them. What?
Named the creeks after animals. Otter Creek.
Yeah.
Then there'll be Deer Creek.
There's been some animals slaughtered on this road. By
We might see
vehicles.
some pheasant up through here.
Not this far south. Not this far south.
You don't think so? They can't live north.
They've got-
south of the Cimarron River.
Yeah, they've got some. That's not true. They've got some over by Kingfisher. But they're not like the ones up here. Not as plentiful, anyways. Got 2 viewers now. At least that's what it says. Maybe more than that, but at least on the viewer count, anyways, that's what it's showing. So, thank you guys for watching.
Mr. Chalupa.
Huh?
When I turned them pheasants out,
Oh, the Chalunkies.
said that the little boogers sure are pretty.
I went to a bird dog field trial back behind that house over there. There's a big grass pasture, and they'd let quail out. They'd go out and set them out, and then you take and set your dogs out and let them go out and find the birds.
Are they not able to fly?
Huh? No, they can fly. Yeah. The dog points them, and they get scored by points.
Do they hunt them?
How they back each other and all kinds of stuff.
Or do they just let them go?
No, they shoot them, and then they get points for retrieving. But some of them, they don't find, and then you can afterwards, which that's what I did. After it was all said and done, then I ran my dogs through there and let them get training on the ones doing pickups.
Which
So
one?
after the competition was over with, then you could go in and clean up.
Which one was the best one? Kaiser or Denver?
Not those dogs. Actually, it was that house, not that one back there. That house. But it was pretty interesting. Most everybody over there ran pointers, but I had my Brittany's out and stuff. And one of my friends brought his Llewellyn setter, and they did pretty good. His dog, he never ran a collar on it, and so we had to play chase for him. But mine hung around. That was before I had Pete.
Ginger and I were coming back from Enid up here where this correction line is. I was asleep and I woke up and I thought she was getting ready to run off the road. And I grabbed the steering.
You thought she was running off the road, but she was on the correction line?
Yeah. Because I woke up, and when I woke up, all I could see was grass. I grabbed the steering wheel, and she goes, "What are you doing?" But I smell weed strong here.
Huh?
You smell weed?
It was a skunk.
Was it?
Yes. There's another one. Oh, yeah.
you ever go over to the
There's some orange.
gas well we had at Waukeeta?
That was over there a lot. I had to dig ditches over there because that stupid thing kept blowing out.
When they would open that thing, let that rabbit drop, and then we'd come back up. Oh man, that whistle. It would hurt your ears.
We went out in the middle of that wheat field because it blew that line out. That hole was about the size of a hot tub. There's a little more gold.
See, but those are like birch trees or something.
Yeah.
Or that,
I bet there'll be some reds up here in town somewhere.
I bet out around Fargo, those black locusts, or Tangier, those black locusts are pretty.
Yeah. There's a red-tailed hawk up there flying. Location ought to change here in a minute and say Covington. Unless I'm running into problems again with it.
Does it work off of cellular or satellite?
And satellite. Both. It bonds the connections together. I'm trying to figure out how to get 3 of them together so I have a really good connection.
You are or they are?
I am.
So what else would you put together?
AT&T. So I have AT&T, Verizon, and Starlink. If I can get all 3 of them to run together, I will be all right. There wouldn't be any buffering at all whenever I go out and chase.
That's a pretty big cemetery for a little town.
Mm-hmm. Look at those buggies they make.
They make them there?
Yep. They sure do.
Sell them to the Amish folks?
Probably. Maybe that is who goes to work on them.
That guy was Amish, and he went over to on 412, there was a convenience store next to it was a strip club, and he went over there and got drunk and got in an accident with this buggy. They gave him a DUI. You can go if you hurry.
There's some gold. So those are elm trees that are gold like that. Kind of pretty.
But they're American elm, they're not Japanese elm.
Yeah. Correct. You don't want to speed through here. Or Garber.
I'm kind of hoping Mary's Tonkawa Grill is open.
I imagine it is. Look at those. Those are pretty.
That's Nandina.
Huh?
Nandina.
Nandina. See, that's how I knew that's the reason I brought you. Because you can take it. Hello. We are going to Tonkawa, Oklahoma. So we have to make a trip up here to pick up a college transcript. And so I thought that I would do a live stream for some of the fall colors. And so far, it hasn't been all that great. We've been kind of dry, and so I don't know if that has an effect on how the trees actually produce. But, I mean, we're in northern Oklahoma, so the trees are kind of sparse anyways. Get over into eastern Oklahoma, you start to really see a lot of pretty colors. But hello, welcome Winnipeg. Thanks for joining the live stream. I appreciate you. If you guys haven't hit that subscription button, please do. As we do chase storms whenever they're around. And so would love to have you be part of the live stream whenever we go out. We do winter weather as well. There's generally not that much that goes on in Oklahoma, but we also do fire weather. And so hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and share. We're trying to grow the channel, and it would help us out tremendously, and we would certainly appreciate it. But thank you for joining. Just in case. And I can't read the other one. Nippon Kuma. Welcome. It can be extremely difficult. Last year, we had a fire that had taken several homes over in southeastern Logan County, which is basically the central part of Oklahoma, and extremely difficult to get into. There's a lot of deep ravines and just hard territory. Lots of trees. I forget the amount of acreages. I think it was over 150,000 acres that was burned on that fire. But like I said, there was loss of life, not just human life, but also livestock. Several cattle had succumbed to the fire. They did bring in U.S. Forestry Division and brought in the airplanes and did water drops as well. And so it went on for several days before it was at 50% contained. And then because of the embers and the high winds, translated all the way from there up into Payne County around Stillwater, where Oklahoma State University is, and even up past that. So quite a few acres it was burned.
The governor lost his house.
Huh?
The governor lost his place.
Yeah, Oklahoma governor lost his house, burned to the ground completely, and several other people on that note. And so Western Oklahoma, under two occasions. One was over 300,000 acres. The other one was near 500,000 acres was burned from Oklahoma all the way up into southwest Kansas. Several weeks worth of firefighting, lost vehicles in that, as well as livestock. I spoke with one man, and the way that he escaped the fire, because he was not going to leave the area. It was a homestead that had been through inheritance given to him, and so he stayed in a storm shelter that was in the ground, and he had food and water in there, and so it was disheartening. We also spoke with an 80-year-old man that he had lost 3 different places. His original home had burned to the ground. He went to his daughter's house. It was consumed by the fire. And the last farm that they owned, he had to back out of. And so when we talked to him, he literally had his entire living and life's belongings in the bed of or not the bed, but the back seat of his pickup truck. And he was in tears whenever we were talking to him. And so it was heartbreaking to see that happen. And all because of carelessness. And so it was a bad situation. I know that you guys have fires up there as well, and I know they can get really crazy, as well as in Colorado and California and places like that. So
There's some doesn't out there.
yeah, I guarantee you that. I'm surprised that they've let it go that long, because generally they cut it a little bit sooner than that. So I do not work for a news station. My live streams are brokered through Livestorms Media, and so we put video packages together. We submit them to all of the news outlets, and if they are interested in purchasing, then they take and buy those. Been doing that for quite some time. I was with another outlet before, but it has since gone away, and so wanted to be able to get the material out. And generally what happens is they'll tie into my live stream whenever I'm out. There's a link that we can use so that the media can watch specifically, and so there's been many occasions where we've been live on air with Weather Channel and places like that. Telemundo even. Can you believe that? Some of the hurricanes that I've chased, excuse me, in the past, Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma, there was several at times that they had used my video and stuff. We are in Garber, Oklahoma. So I'll explain the reason why I really, and I've interviewed for the news outlets in Oklahoma, or at least one of them anyways. I have several friends that work for them. But if I want to chase in Kansas, they frown upon taking their equipment out of state. Now, if it's coming into the state, they'll allow you to go so far, and they really want to stick with their what they call DMA, or their direct marketing area, for the most part. And so I don't know if they have to get permission to even go outside of that or what, but regardless, streaming for media outlets like that kind of limits your ability. So if I wanted to go out in far west Texas or New Mexico or Wyoming or whatever else, where I've chased all of those places, South Dakota, North Dakota, all of those places, over into Arkansas and Louisiana, South Texas, Mississippi, chased all of those places. And so, again, they don't like for you to take that expensive equipment out. All of this stuff I have is my own. And so if I want to leave and go, I can. And I can still make money off of it. And for that sense, it makes more sense for me to do it that way. Kansas and Texas, probably my favorite places to chase. Oklahoma has its moments, but just Kansas and Texas produce some pretty amazing, not just storm structure, but I mean, out in the middle of the open, just very photogenic storms, I'll put it that way. I was really hoping that there would be more colors. I bet it was gorgeous in Winnipeg. Must have had corn in there. I got it all tilled up already. I think all this, I'm going to be honest with you, I think this is all past peak. This is just brown.
Those trees right there are the worst thing, fire-wise. Those...
Somebody's building a new house over there. I will show y'all. I said I would. Let me get it brought back up. But we do have a rooftop camera that we use when we're out chasing. Hello, how are you? Good to see everybody. And so we do have the rooftop camera that we use whenever we're out chasing. And that is what it looks like. So we have the ability to take and move that around. And for some reason, it is very glitchy right now. Why did we lose our connection on our camera? There we go.
It's black.
batteries. Oh yeah. Disconnect up. I don't know what happened there. There we go. So when we're leaving the storms and stuff like that and repositioning, you guys will be able to see that. Huh?
A little bit of color with them cottonwoods, but a lot of the leaves are gone.
Yep.
And that will stop the wind up here.
I've never seen that thing disconnect before like that. That's weird. Real pretty little red barn over here. I've gotten some landscape photography with that one.
You ever been to the rock barn?
Yeah. Over off of
South of Ponca.
yeah. Now you can see that out there.
Can they see the windmills?
Huh?
Can they see the windmills?
Oh yeah, guaranteed. Yep, we're back down to one. We had 3 a while ago. Yeah, 3 likes on the live stream though, so that's a bonus.
Now you can get to Hunters that way.
Yep, you sure can. I've been down that road many times. Matter of fact, there's been a lot of bad accidents because you go that way, and then that road makes a hard, sharp curve to the south, and then hard, sharp curve back to the west. People drinking don't realize it, and they run straight out there. And then, as a matter of fact, if you go that way, and if you turn right, you go straight into Pond Creek.
Kyle Kirby lives at where lives somewhere.
Was he in your class?
He's in Patty's class.
Ah. Coming up on Salt Fork. Boy, look at the cotton. Cotton fields over there on the right, guys. Was this the road that you grabbed the steering wheel on, or was it back there?
It's right here.
Huh?
It's right here.
Was it?
Maybe on 81.
There's no correction lines on 81. There's a big one.
Then it was right
But I
here.
mean, it's a long sloping curve. It's not like this.
Something on over there.
Mm-hmm. Clay still farms up here. Even though he lives down south. Yeah, generally you're not going to see them during the day, though. I mean, you might feed the land along the roadways, but might get to see some colors here on the river. Look, I mean, it's all dead. It's not. No color whatsoever. Just lots of brown.
There's a red tree up there.
Oh, there is. Look at that. In town. There's you a nice pretty red tree right there, guys. One of the best steakhouses in the world coming up right here on the right side, right after the post office. Cat's Steakhouse. Best steak in your whole life. Look at the deer out there. Big old buck chasing that doe.
I wonder what he's chasing her for.
Huh?
I wonder what he's chasing her for. Is it this time of year that they're in the rut?
Yeah.
There's more
It's
cock.
pretty nice deer too.
They tore down Patty and them's farm.
They did?
Yeah.
Do they still own the land then?
Do you remember no, Danny Darling bought it, I think.
Do what?
His name was Randy, and he was mentally handicapped. We went to school with him.
Yeah, I don't.
Anyway, he's got cancer in hospice now.
Yeah. Used to haul hay up here a little bit.
Where that barn is where Patty and them used to live.
Yeah. in the middle of broad daylight.
Yeah, it's not usual, is it?
No.
Wonder what they were
That's why they get shot.
from.
That's the only thing on his mind. And that's why a lot of the deer get hit. Because they're running those does like that, and they just run them right out in the middle of the highway. This time of year, if you see a doe run across the road, you slow down because generally there's a deer behind her. Stream up. I would have, like I said, I would imagine that, especially around the college, there ought to be some real pretty trees. And then I'll shut it down. And then we can listen to that message. And we'll get back. Up here this evening and drive around. There'll be 50, 60 deer out in a field grazing in that wheat. Almost everywhere you turn. Corey and I came up here. It was in between gun season, and so it was archery, but just drove around before we went to cats, and it was unbelievable how many deer we seen. Got another like on the live stream. That's amazing. Thank you.
Must be a growth facility.
They're getting more trees. Getting a little bit more color.
And that sorghum.
Huh?
That
Maize.
Maize is low to the ground.
You call it corn. We call it maize.
It's all volunteer weed.
Yeah. They may have no-till drilled that. They did no-till drill that. I can see the lines. So they don't work the ground at all. They just go in and drill over the top of it. Coming up on the big Tonkawa Casino. If I've ever had $1 for every time I stopped into this gas station and refuel before going to Kansas to Chase, I'd almost be a millionaire.
I was gonna say no audio porn.
That would be Gary McGee.
It's 45 now.
Sorry, we had a phone call, guys, from my brother, and so needed to talk to him. There's an old church, too.
Oh, Lord, I think that was the church we used to sing in.
Where's the admin at? It's right up here in the front, isn't it?
It's over here on the right hand
Yeah,
side.
that's what. Couldn't remember. But you can drive that circle, right, and get
Yep.
over to it?
Yep. Let me out.
I'll just park out in front and wait on it.
Yeah, Philip, I don't see very many pretty trees.
I don't see very many pretty trees either. Not at all.
We need to teach horticulture here so they can get pretty trees. They got roses blooming. Knockout
Yep.
roses. Spent many a time in that building.
So did I. That's where I took my Federal Aviation Administration.
In Wilkin?
Yep.
Auditorium?
I sure did. I can't see where the parking spots are, so I think there's one right here in front of this truck.
Yeah, there he is. Just park anywhere.
Nope, can't.
Well, you can let me
There's
out.
one right up here. Hold on a second.
You think they got cops here?
Visitor parking only. We're visitors, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, they probably do
I
have
spent a
cops.
lot of time in that dorm and that dorm over there.
I did too.
Science building, and
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Hold on a second. Let me back up and get in here right.
That building's new. That's the Performing Arts Center. That's where I went and saw the roustabouts last time. You coming in
Okey-doke.
with me?
Huh?
Or you gonna stay out here?
I'll just stay out here. Well, guys, we made it here, and there is not much that is going on. And so, on that note, I will take and get off of here. Appreciate everybody watching, and thank you for your subscribing to the channel. Would ask that you do join in, hit that notification bell and that share button. We do have a fall storm season, and we do have obviously the spring season, so many different things coming up, and Lord willing we'll be able to make it out to eastern part of the United States today, maybe to chase the jungle a little bit, and so y'all stay tuned for that. We will take and do updates, be looking for those as well on the channel if we do decide to make a trip, and that way you guys can tune in. So have a great day, and